a group of Native American activists have temporarily halted construction of a North Dakota oil pipeline. Now, last month, the environmental group Earth Justice filed a lawsuit on behalf of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, seeking an injunction against the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which authorized the construction of a pipeline. Now, the lawsuit states that the construction and operation of this pipeline, as authorized by the Corps, threaten the tribe's environmental and economic well-being, and would damage and destroy sites of great historic, religious, and cultural significance to the tribe. Construction on the controversial section of the pipeline had started last week and is set to cross under the Missouri River just upstream of the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation. This is reported by Prairie Public. Now, more than 1,500 protesters had rallied this week near the reservation, according to the member station, including someone named Tennille Bluebird of South Dakota's Rosebud Sioux Reservation. Now, she says that of the pipeline, if the oil comes through, there ain't going to be no water. That's kind of true. Look, it's not like oil spills don't happen. It's not like they're unheard of, right? They actually happen very often and with devastating environmental effect. Well, you could say, of course, yeah, but if they don't build the pipeline, well, they're still going to do the oil. In fact, they're going to transport it by train. And look, if you want to point out how trains spill more often than pipelines, you would actually be correct. In fact, according to Think Progress, in 2014, oil trains in the U.S. spilled more often than any other recorded year, thanks to more oil, of course, being pumped and shipped. We've kind of been in a glut of oil. Well, no, wait a minute. I thought President Obama hated oil. I thought he hated energy. Oh, right. We've had record oil production under Barack Obama. I'm just saying. Now, according to the U.S. Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, their data says that rail incidents outnumbered pipelines 2-to-1 over the period of 2004 to 2012. However, that doesn't mean that pipelines are better or safer and have less spills. Well, they do have less spills, but their spills are more devastating. According to the same data set, U.S. pipelines spilled 3 times as much crude oil as trains over that 8-year period, even though incidents happened much less frequently. So, basically, trains will spill more often. However, the impact, the scale of that spill is much less than an oil spill from a pipeline. Now, looking at the data, you can clearly see why these Native American tribes are protesting and suing the government over the construction of this pipeline. Now, the protest. Let's get to the protest. Now, some law enforcement officers claimed that they saw protesters carrying weapons like pipe bombs and guns. Now, I don't know if that's true, right? That could be media disinformation. Remember, it's being put up by the cops. Take it with a grain of salt, right? Because we know in some cases they'll overstate some dangers to move against protesters. I'm not saying that that's the case here, but I'm saying it could be a possibility. And besides, pipe bombs aside, which are terrible, you shouldn't use them, shouldn't build them, shouldn't have anything to do with them. But if they're carrying guns, well, that's their Second Amendment right. What's wrong with that? Right? Why is it that Cliven Bundy can go out there and aim guns at federal officers while his cattle mooch off federal land, but Native Americans can't bring guns to a protest to protect their water supply? If you're for one against the other, you're kind of a hypocrite. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not saying that these protesters should use violence. I'm not encouraging that, of course. In fact, I advise against that. Don't bring your guns. That's a bad idea. Don't bring your guns to a protest. Certainly have nothing to do with pipe bombs. Nothing, okay? No. Don't go there. Don't do it. No violence, right? And of course, the Standing Rock chairman, Dave Archambault, says exactly that. No violence. Let's not have any violence. Let's not do any of that. What we're going to do is peaceful protest, peaceful demonstration to prevent this pipeline from being built that could be very, very damaging to my people. In fact, he says, quote, "We need to work together in peace." In peace. Now, regardless, they said, the law enforcement, the authorities said, well, we're going to halt this pipeline anyway because of safety concerns. So they're really going far with that story. Now, Sheriff Kirschmeier was speaking about safety concerns on Thursday. He said, quote, "There have been some instances where things have become unlawful. Things have been taken a little bit further each day." So once again, I'm going to say nonviolent, peaceful protest. Now, the tribe maintains that the protests have been peaceful. In fact, Archambault told reporters, "The position of our tribe is clear. There's no place for threats, violence, or criminal activity. That is simply not our way." Now, according to the Journal, supporters of the pipeline argue that it's sorely needed in North Dakota, where new oil pipelines lag behind surging output in recent years, which has led to a reliance on rail transport. Well, we don't have to actually build new pipelines. You know what we could do? We could invest in clean energy. I keep saying it, but someone has to, right? It's not a choice between pipeline versus rail. Oil isn't the only source of energy, and it's not the only source of jobs, too. We could actually invest more in solar energy. Now, I'm sure the sun still works up in North Dakota. I'm sure it works just as well as it does anywhere else. I'm just saying. And the natives, well, as well as everyone else, wouldn't actually have to worry about spills into their water supplies, not to mention the pollution that goes along with fossil fuels. We've got clean alternatives. I think it's time that we stop relying on whether or not we ship the oil through train or we build a pipeline. No, how about we get some alternatives to fossil fuels? We've got the technology. We've got alternatives already. How about we use them? Hey everybody, if you like this video, then please like this video and share. And if you want to see more like this, then please hit that subscribe button below.